Hi, everyone.
Third fireside chat, I think.
How you doing, everyone?
Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to do gallery view. There we go. And we're going to welcome to the third fireside chat for PHIRE. And we're doing this live straight to YouTube, so that cuts down on the amount of editing that I need to do, though I will edit the first two and put those up as well. It's been an exciting week, and welcome everybody.
Thank you.
I'm going to get the pledge, and then we can start, and then I can kind of fill you in on what's been going on, and then we'll do the meditation afterwards. So here's the PHIRE pledge. Well, first the date. Today is February 15th, 2021, and this is the third fireside chat for PHIRE, and the launch is coming up this weekend. So here's the pledge. I pledge my mind to the respectful recognition of the sovereign liberty essential to human dignity. I pledge my hands to the creation and maintenance of communal, cultural, and ecological prosperity. I pledge my eyes to watch over the integrity of truth and justice with the acceptance of natural balance of diversity and equality. I pledge my heart to the connection that binds all of us throughout creation. And I pledge my whole being with humility and love to the grateful service of all sentient beings and human consciousness. And I will duly act in accordance with the principles derived from such wisdom. So welcome. I'll begin by admitting Miss Lara. And then this past week has really been a lot about finalizing the boat, finalizing the hotel rooms, getting banners printed. We got little casino chips with the PHIRE logo on it and a QR code on the back. So we're going to hand those out 3 at a time to people that arrive on the boat. And they'll be able to use that for drinks, so that we don't get anybody too schwilly, you know. And we're doing a paddleboard event the day before for those who are arriving early. I think that's capped at like 10 people. And then we have like dinner and drinks and sort of like a meet and greet the night before, and then a nature walk the day of, along with like yoga and things like that. So that's all very exciting. I met with the Marleys last 2 nights ago, and I got this cool little VIP freaking wristband. And it looks like some of the whalers are going to come out to the event, which would be really cool. And the guest list is growing. We've got, I think it's nearly 230 people. No, maybe it's like 210, somewhere around there. So it's going to be quite an affair, and we've got a lot of dancers that are going to be there. We've got robots that are showing up with like neon robotic suits. There's going to be a lot of film and video going on, photography, and the dress is futurist couture. And the idea there is that, you know, there's been so much Mad Max sort of like future thinking that we want to counter that with a little bit of solar punk and make it, you know, a positive vision of the golden age of the future of humanity. And we're launching on a yacht, which is kind of like we're launching the app, and it's sort of apropos. And while it is sort of fancy, you know, it's really grounded in, you know, humility and humbleness, close to the earth, based in permaculture, based in, you know, human dignity and human, you know, consciousness and empathy. So yeah, everything's coming together really well. And final last minute things that are taking place this week in terms of the app. It's in review in the App Store and in the Google Play Store. And the content is all up from the RSS feeds that everybody has chosen. However, I still need to get a couple feeds for a number of different channels. We're using a cool app to kind of condense all the feeds down into one. And I've been going through and kind of curating that for some of the newer channels. Let's see, is there anything else? We're still waiting. We sent out invoices on the 14 licenses that we sent out, and we're just waiting for the money to hit the bank. We're doing a lot of work on the back end with our like leadership team and kind of structuring all the legal stuff, the business stuff, the contracts, and all of that. So all of this is kind of happening concurrently. And then I think once the party happens and the app is out there, I'm gonna take a little bit of a kind of out breath, in breath sort of thing and relax a little bit, and then refocus on some of those contracts, some of our next steps. One of the things that we're doing is we're hiring a good friend of mine who's a lawyer. His name's Gordon Einstein, and he has a show called Crypto Wednesdays, which has a lot of like crypto luminaries on it, and it's a great group of folks. You guys should check out his show. Gordon Einstein is his name, and he'll come in. He's one of the top 20 crypto lawyers in the world, according to Forbes and everything. But he's also such a dude, such a great friend and guy. So he'll come in and help us structure our public raise, where we do what I'm hoping to be is a Reg A plus offering, which allows people to buy FIRE tokens, which the way the FIRE tokens work and the investment works is, let's say you come in with $100,000 into FIRE and buy those tokens. What you're getting are 100,000 FIRE tokens, each of them equal to a US dollar at the time. And then when we as FIRE Global Partners creates FIRE and creates the minted coins for new clients who want to be in the FIRE ecosystem, take part in the exchange, or have their own version of FIRE, we get to keep a percentage of the coins that we create for them. So that goes to all of the FIRE token holders. So imagine if Ethereum, created this rule set for creating ERC20 tokens, which has become DeFi and all of these wonderful ecosystems. If they had said any ERC20 tokens that we create, we're going to keep a percentage, and then we're going to pass it on to all the first Ethereum holders. That's what FIRE's doing, and that's sort of like the power of FIRE Global Partners, the company behind FIRE. So I believe that's up to date on where we're at. I want to open up the floor to questions. You can raise your hand in the Zoom chat. And if anybody has any questions, there are some new folks in here. Nobody's got questions? All right then. Okay, Fong, go ahead.
Oh, hi. Sorry about that. So I don't really have a question. I'm just really sad that I can't come to the event. I'm in California and they're really scared about COVID out here. So if I were to go to the event, which would have not been a problem, I would have had to have quarantined on my way back for like 5 to 7 days and had a nose test.
In California, that's what they require?
That's my job.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm a tier 2 health worker.
Yeah.
So it was really hard decision for me. And then I was like, well, I don't have to tell them I'm flying, but then I didn't want to put a lie behind anything.
Right.
And so I'm really, really sad that I can't come out there, because I really believe in this movement. And it was going to be really important for me to meet people in person.
Yeah.
That I would eventually hopefully be interfacing with at some level. But my well wishes are for you all, and I hope you guys have a great time, and hopefully I can watch some of it, online.
Yeah, so we are going to stream it. We're going to stream it for sure to TikTok, and then signing up to StreamYard, and that's one of the things that I got to do this week, so that we can have like a rig that's streaming to YouTube, the FIRE on YouTube, and then also TikTok, Instagram, and those kinds of places. So I'm really sad you won't be able to make it. It would be awesome to meet in person, but I'm pretty sure that there will be a time when we can do that. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so, and I love that you got the whalers to come out too. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the bass player, his name's Aston Barrett Jr., and his kids and my kid went to school together, and we became good friends, and I make music, he makes music. I mean, he's obviously the Whalers and all, but yeah, he's a great human being, and the whole crew's really awesome. And I told him what we're doing, what they all want to know about blockchain and everything. So hopefully they'll come out and we can help them out in some good ways that way too. And then I said, you guys don't have to perform. We've got music. You guys just come and enjoy yourselves. And they all love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Fong. Daniel, do you have a question?
Yeah. So, yes, thanks. So I know you guys are having the party on the 21st. Is the app going to be available for everybody on the 22nd, or what?
I'm hoping that it's going to be available this week. I think it should be somewhere like Thursday, Friday, I'm hoping. And then when people arrive at the event, there's a QR code, and they'll be able to go straight to fireon.com, and we're going to have links there for downloading for app or for iOS or for Android. And then
what about the people that aren't going?
you guys can join in you guys can all download it as well. Anybody can.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping that it's launched and ready by that date. I'm actually one of the things on my task list today is to speak with them and see where we're at. What I've done in the app already is set up a group. You know, it's like Telegram in that there are groups, so you can start a group and you know, on any topic. And what we're going to do is we're going to create channel topics, like all of the content from the RSS feeds that everybody's been putting together. We're going to create groups that you can discuss those things in there. So it'll be like groups dedicated to whatever topic, education, math, you know, politics, geopolitics, all of that. So it'll kind of be like a replication of what we've got going on in Telegram. And what we're going to do is during the presentation is get everybody, they'll be on it, and we'll send announcements, you know, okay, now it's time to go to floor 3 on the boat. You know, we're going to send that through the app. And then we'll also get everybody to take pictures or a video or whatever, post their first post on PHIRE, and then send that to like Instagram, Facebook, or whatever they use otherwise most of the time.
Okay.
So
are they doing the thing? Sorry.
Okay.
Are they doing the thing for your app so we can pretty much have a Telegram but on the app, so we wouldn't really need Telegram anymore, or what?
Exactly.
Okay.
And my hope there is that we can invite some of the cool Telegram groups that we're all a part of, and have them, you know, say, hey, you guys should open up this group in PHIRE, and all of that. So that'll be an exciting, like that'll what we'll do after the launch party. You know, we'll all like organize in our Telegram group and like keep getting the message out and then spread it.
Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Daniel, that was you. Somebody else had their hand up, I thought. Okay, so then what we're gonna do now, look at that. That's James White. Go ahead. Hi, James.
Hey, real quick, as far as your live streaming, can you take a look at foxhole.app, the foxhole.app? It's more of a freedom-oriented live streaming option.
Oh yeah? Where do they stream to? Nobody streams to TikTok yet.
It looks like they have an option to go to TikTok.
For real? And HiveMind, interesting. Wait, are these just like channels?
I'm not sure. I just saw a couple guys I watched started using it. It works fine.
Oh yeah, it's got the Kate Awakening. It looks like, oh, these are channels. X22's there. It looks like a lot of Q folks or Anons. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'll check it out.
Okay.
That's a good option. I appreciate it. Where are you from, James? Since you're already here, I think what we'll do next, if anybody doesn't have questions, we'll do like the introductions like we've been doing. So if you could tell us your name, whereabouts you're located-ish, and
Sure.
What you're passionate about and what you work on.
James White's my real name, not a handle.
Cool.
And I live in Orange County, California.
Right on. And what do you do?
I work in cybersecurity as my day job. Other than that, I'm kind of a garden ninja.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I actually, we have a farm up in North Carolina that I'd like to turn into our first PHIRE hub, and I really miss gardening and being in the earth. Like we've been starting here at our place, and I think I want to do a lot more. You know, just like I work really hard during the week, and then on the weekends I sort of just like decompress and hang out with my family and kids. And gardening is one of the things that I enjoy doing with them. So you know, want to set that up here. So that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to grow, or what do you grow the most of?
Mostly tomatoes. You know, as far as annuals go, I've got a hydroponic setup. I'm on a small. I live in a suburb, so I have a 5-foot strip of land along the south-facing side of the house, and I can grow a fuck ton of tomatoes.
That's awesome. I bet your salsa is incredible.
Oh, it is really good. I do grow my own peppers and my own cilantro, so
nice.
Salsa's badass.
Well, that's very cool. So yeah, we'll do the live stream then. Hopefully you guys can take part in that, and hopefully also you know, you can keep in touch with us on the app, just chatting with people. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, sounds great. I like a little bit of wine too.
Nice. I was looking at your background. I got. Wait, here. There we go. I got a couple bottles up there. All right. So we have Lewis. Could we get you to introduce yourself? Tell us what you're about and where you're at.
Hello. Good day.
Hello.
I live over here in Jensen Beach.
Oh, sweet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I live over here in Jensen Beach. I just moved out here a couple of months ago, and I was living in Hollywood, so kind of was raised in the Miami area. I'm Colombian, and
Sweet.
my background is a lot in construction and HVAC, but I'm also big in the trading. That's pretty
Right on.
much.
Did I see you yesterday in Miami and Homestead?
Did you? Oh, you went to the festival?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I wasn't there though. I was gonna go.
All right.
No,
Right on.
I
Yeah.
have very close friends that actually were the ones that put it together. So,
Oh, very
um,
cool.
but my companion knows you, so that's kind of how I heard about you, and then I've been following you through the FIRE website, and I really like what you guys are putting together. So
Well, thanks.
I just got in now. I wasn't too aware of what you guys were talking about earlier, but just trying to catch on.
Yeah, man. So, well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for taking some time out of your day to be a part of this. So hopefully you're coming to the fest then, the launch party.
Yes, we will. We will.
All right, very cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you come up to me and introduce yourself so I can get to know your face.
Okay. We'll do.
All right,
Will
right
do.
on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see who else we got. We've got Michael Evie Knight or Michelle's phone. How about Michelle? I think Mike, we've talked to. I'm trying to get people who haven't introduced themselves yet.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm living in Minnesota, originally from New York. I'm a single mom and I'm a nurse. So just kind of following along. Yeah, just really excited about creating a better world for my kids.
That's beautiful. That's why we're all here, to make a world that we want to actually live in and that we can feel comfortable in. Let me ask you, in Minnesota, as a nurse, are you in a hospital then?
Yes, I am.
And what's it like, boots on the ground there, COVID wise?
I work in labor and delivery, so it's yeah, so it's kind of different for us.
Yeah.
We really haven't seen that many COVID positive moms.
Yeah.
But the hospital is small and it's rural.
Yeah.
So I think at one time though, I think like 30% of the patients were COVID positive. So we did see a surge, but people weren't as sick as they were in other parts of the country.
Yeah, you didn't have like a pandemic, kind of, people dropping dead and stuff, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. And we really haven't seen a spike. Ours kind of came a little later.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of, it makes you question things.
Oh, certainly. It's hard for me to speak on this, especially like publicly, officially as FIRE, because it's just, there's so much fuckery going on. I have to echo Elon, right? He's like, I have lost faith in humanity in a sense, because it seems like people are having the wool pulled over their eyes in a very obvious fashion, in a way that, for me, if it hadn't been all over the news, we wouldn't know about it. You know what I mean? It would be a new virus and it would be weird, and it felt weird. I had it. And it was definitely like a Frankenstein kind of virus. Like there was nothing about it that felt normal or natural,
Yeah.
And but the amount of deaths that I've seen or heard of, or seen reports of, just doesn't match the fervor and terror that everybody seems to be experiencing.
Yes, I was thinking about that this morning too. They say there's all these deaths, but it's like, I mean, at this point, you think that you would have known someone who died,
Yeah, especially you being in a hospital. Like, I'm sure people have died. I'm not saying that it's not a real virus or anything, but how do we? And then people getting removed off of social media for just discussing this is absurd to me. And I'm hoping that FIRE is something where people can speak freely, use logic, use reason, examine evidence, and collectively determine what's best for ourselves, instead of the panopticon of global control, right?
Exactly. And I want my kids to grow up and be able to think for themselves, and be given all the evidence and not just shown what people want them to see.
Correct, correct. And so the idea behind FIRE is it's not a government, it's a form of self-governance that we enable everybody with authenticity, transparency, and accountability to make decisions together and really determine the collective will or collective consensus of a group, and make money doing it, give us an opportunity to build a future. So
Yes,
I really
great.
thank you for being here, Michelle.
Thank you.
Yeah. It looks like Doris Marin. I have not seen you in here before. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what you're about?
Oh, wow. Okay. Hi.
Hi. On the spot.
Yeah, I'm in Maui. It's really dark right now, so I turned my video off, but what I'm about. Yeah, just jumped on. I really feel your fire, really feel what it is you guys are about. You guys are my tribe. I'm pretty sure I can feel it. Loving what you all are doing. So I don't know what else to say besides that. Thank you.
No, that's great. Thanks, Doris. It's what you said was really important. I just felt what's going on. And I think that, there's a lot of us who are empaths, a lot of people who are tapped in and trust their inner vision, in their sight and inner urgings. And it's like ever since I started Baseline, I've been finding all of these beautiful people from around the world who just felt it, so welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
Who else we got? Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves, or would they prefer that I pick them? It looks like, how about you, Mike? Michael E.V. Knight.
I'm just checking in on your updates.
Right
Anyone
on.
who knows me knows I'm working towards a resource-based economy.
That's right. That's how we got connected. Did you ever see the interview I did with Jacques Fresco? Pretty sure
I think I did. That was years ago.
Yeah.
That's probably how I met you.
Yep, I had the long hair. So it's great that you brought that up. That's one of the things that we're working towards, but I don't see that resource-based economy happening within my lifetime. That's sort of like a multi-generational thing. We kind of have to train people to understand how money works, what it is really, and why it exists, and then how to make a better system than that, But I think that there's
is use Ubuntu contributionism. That will take us right to an RBE. Like you said, it's going to take time, of course, but that's what I'm hoping FIRE does.
Yep.
Some of the profits start in one small town in the United States, make it a FIRE town.
Yep, that's right. So what Michael's referring to, Ubuntu, is a project that Michael Tellinger is working on. Michael Tellinger is a really brilliant dude. He started out researching ancient history and sort of like the global cabal and all of this. And so, a lot of us are all moving towards the same kind of concept. We have like a north point or a compass pointing north towards a resource-based economy, true spiritual development for the human species. And that takes a while, but we have to actually have that long vision in our minds and kind of keep driven in that same way towards that. So FIRE is like a way of taking that long-term vision and kind of grounding it in the 3D where we are now and in the economic systems that we have on the planet. So thanks, Mike, for chiming in with that.
One good business we could do is build tiny homes. We could build them for about 25,000, sell them for 50,000.
Yeah.
Then we build two, keep one for FIRE members.
Yep.
Sell the other one to get the 50 grand to build two more. Just keep doing that.
So that's really interesting that you say that, because that's the model for the FIRE hub, the first one on our farm in NC. The tiny houses, I actually got them down to about 12 to 14,000, depending upon the amenities. All like prefab, SIPS panels, like ecological SIPS panels, shaped like hexagons. And you can actually put a bunch of them together to create a larger house with many bedrooms or whatever. So it's like a modular house in a honeycomb shape. And we're going to put like 6 underground units, like hobbit houses up there, and then like a bunch of tiny houses, and kind of do that model and build it around like an agricultural business there. So stay tuned for that. But that's something that I'm working on in the background. Cool. Let's see. We've got somebody here, I think. Oh, no. Okay, cool. Would anybody else like to chime in? I know there's a lot of folks recurring, and yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Aloha, my name's Tom Whitmire. I'm from Michigan. I just happened to be wearing it today. Currently in Phoenix, Arizona to visit my brother. If you can see my background photo, that was me yesterday at a learning garden where I got off the plane and then took his year-old daughter there, where they actually grow your food on the farm, and then you go to a little hut and order. And I said, do you have a fruit bowl? They're like, oh, we don't have any pre-ready, but they go out and harvest the citrus from the trees and put it all together, which was pretty amazing.
That is.
I'll answer the question of what do you do just in this 24-hour block of window. What I do is, like yesterday I was on an airplane. The lady in front of me had her autistic kid. She was talking to the guy next to her who had some autistic relatives. I listened to their conversation for an hour. When the plane stopped, we were in the back and everybody's got off. I just said, excuse me, but you sound like you're educated and intelligent, and you might be interested in some information of how you can, heal or reverse autism. And then I just went off on all the information that is available to people, or is available when you know where to look,
right?
That the modern medical association isn't going to admit to, and just rattle off the simplest herbal treatments and what people are doing, and are having conferences, and then the kid has autism. The next year at the conference, the kid opens up as the MC.
Wow.
So that's kind of what I like to do, and just learn information, present it to people, whether it's creating supplements or recommending or doing healing. And to talk to the other lady who does labor and delivery. I'm actually a certified doula as well, and work with a lot of mothers on fertility.
Oh, wow.
I think that's kind of, when I looked at all the angles 11 years ago, when I first got healthy and looked at our financial systems and wars and politics and all that stuff. Really, the only thing we can control is when we open our refrigerator, what food are we going to select to make ourselves better? And then after I got into the health industry, I really realized it was stemming from the 9 months that were in our mother's womb, and not ingesting toxins and eating the richest, most nutrient dense foods, and then not going through that modern medical association of managed birth, and having more of a natural experience, whether they want to have it at a hospital, home birth center, or at home, but just doing the things, the skin to skin and all that. So I think that's really where health starts, and where we can create better humans, is getting them birthed into this world. You can tell somebody forever, how to detox mercury, but if you can tell them up front, don't put mercury in your body, then you got a bigger start. So that, I'll just end with that. But that's what I've been passionate about and what I've been doing the last 24 hours.
That's incredible. Were the people in the plane really receptive to what you were saying?
I sat there and listened to this woman on a 4-hour flight, and I knew she was going to be incredibly receptive.
Good.
If it was the gentleman on her right who was more closed off, I wouldn't have said anything, because I had a 5-minute window. But she was incredibly receptive, gathered down all my information, was writing down every herb, cat's claw, lemon balm, licorice root, all of it.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. I love that. I love the fact that there's so many of us waking up and looking around at the world and saying, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. And wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. But it's even gone a step further than that now. It's like, why are these systems set up this way? And then, people go and look and examine, and they say it benefits somebody, and it benefits somebody in a great deal of economic ways, power, all of that influence, that people are subjugated and not educated about the truth about what they are. It's almost like an entire slave system was set up, and everybody thinks they're free, but really they're only allowed like a certain window of perception. And that to me is scary, like who thinks at that level, why, and how long, if our society has been structured this way since the jump, has this been going on, and to what end, are we here? And if we're here, for that, how do we negotiate a better position for ourselves so that it's not suffering, all of our lives, right? So that's a little bit of, so thanks for sharing. That's a little bit of, kind of where PHIRE started, right? And how do we help humanity have fighting chance to be a self-determining civilization and species. So thanks, Tom. So we just had Ethan show up. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Ethan, tell everybody about yourself and what you're here for.
Hey, good morning. I don't know, my head's been on.
Good morning.
Reverb. Well, I'm doing herbalism and herbal alchemy and stuff like that. I've been studying that the last 10 years, probably more than that actually. But just really getting into community building, and I really like tiny home ideas. But we're trying to work on getting this hemp farm right here sustainable and solar panels and all that stuff. But any projects like that, I'm 100% for. Not much else to say. I mean, I'm excited to come down and see you guys. I'll be there Sunday.
What time are you arriving Sunday?
Oh, well, I'll be there. I mean, I'll get down probably Friday. It's a 12-hour drive, so I'll see how I feel after that for the Saturday thing. But
Cool.
definitely be there Sunday.
All right, sweet. That's awesome. Thanks, Ethan. I look forward to seeing you again, bro.
All right, take it easy.
And let's see if there's anybody new that hasn't introduced themselves. Jordan, if you'd like to say something, I think you did last week, but we should meet up this week, probably in the next couple of days, and grab a drink, some tea or something. But if you'd like to introduce yourself again.
Sure. I'm trying to turn my video on. It's having an issue there. I don't know why. But it's great to meet everybody. I'm Jordan Gitterman. I'm down here in Florida, right next to Xavier. And I've been working in the digital asset space, specifically trying to tokenize basic human needs and also tokenize promissory notes so people can trade their services and use their services as a currency. And that's what I'm working on in a short form.
That's very cool. Are you intending on putting them out as like a kind of like contemporary crypto where they go up and down in price or value?
Well, if you think about what we're doing with the basic human needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is we're creating baskets in different communities, but let's call nations just because of regulatory issues. And then if you take all those baskets and you create a world basket, you have the value of, let's just call it one. And that is, everything is valued off of one. Because if you imagine basic human needs being food, clothing, shelter, paper like toilet paper, and medical and hygiene supplies. So just imagine, if you guys can for a second, you're walking down the street, and the next thing you know, you wake up and you're a little bit bloody, and you're naked, and you're cold, and you're hungry.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, but you know where your gold and your cash and Bitcoin are. I can answer your question, or what you're going to do. What you're going to do is trade those for basic human needs right away. So you can be rich, you can be poor, you can be whatever you are. You need basic human needs. And so, we're creating a global parity valuation engine for them. And there'll be a lot of different currencies. There'll be the information currency where their trade information is tokenized. And then eventually we want to open up, we call them retail warehouses, or we call them stores of value, where purveyors, traders, manufacturers of these basic human needs can actually, it's basically bartering with credits there.
Yep.
So a lot of this stuff that you're doing at PHIRE, I'm sure there's ways to work together.
Dovetails really well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we could do something Wednesday.
Sure. We're so close. I mean, yeah.
I know, right? All right. Well, thanks, Jordan. Natasha, I see you have your hand up. Did you want to say something? I see you dancing in the background there.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, first I want to kind of touch up on what Tom said. So a few years ago, I wanted to get into working with autistic children. Just because, I mean, at first I was coming from the place of I'm able to understand them, I consider myself on the spectrum as well. And at some point, I started working on my health, and I was able to kind of rise up and become like a normal person.
Yeah, functional. You intuit feelings. You intuit what they're going through.
Exactly. So I was going to be a bridge between the parents and the autistic children, but now, after some time of getting healthy through gaining information, and basically eating naturally, herbs and all that stuff, as Tom was saying, I was able to become functioning and normal and able to deal with the world better, because when you're on a spectrum, I guess it depends on each individual, but everything's extra loud.
Right.
So things are like not as loud anymore. My neurological system is able to function better. So I guess what I was going to say was, I would love to, if Tom is open to it, like eventually like talk and see if, we could develop something. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so my interests overall lie in healing people in general. I have a extensive background in spirituality. Basically, what I'm interested in really is the emotional aspect of it, but I could also deal with the physical aspect of it. So that's it. And my name is Natasha. That's it.
Well, thanks, Natasha. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here pretty consistently. It's been
my pleasure.
Yeah. All right. So I saw, Fong, you had your hand up, but I think that was from earlier. If anybody has anything else they want to add, please let me know. Otherwise, I think we can move into the meditation if everybody wants to do that. We can have a shorter meeting today. That would be awesome. I have got so much to do. Fong, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Oh, hi. Just really quickly, can you repeat the name of your friend that is the crypto lawyer, please?
Gordon Einstein.
Did you say he has a channel somewhere?
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel, and it's Gordon Einstein, like Einstein. His show is called Crypto Wednesdays, and he's been doing some other things other than Crypto Wednesdays on that channel as well. But it's all like some really deep crypto stuff.
That's great. Because of me watching Baseline, I recently became interested in crypto, and now my best friend and I are completely obsessed.
Nice. That's awesome. So there's a Telegram channel that you should check out. It's called Crypto Geese. It's T.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Good. Yep. Those are some
thank you. Yeah. So now we're watching XRP like it's, we're binging it basically like it's Netflix.
Very cool. Yeah, like Cardano's doing really well all of a sudden. Yeah. And there are around the internet various groups and Discord communities and stuff that are all like jumping in at different coins at different times specifically. And, that's why you're seeing prices go up so dramatically in different coins at different days. People are actually going and saying like, hey, we're going to do what they did with GameStop, but with this coin. And you got to be really, really careful, right? And this is not investment advice, but you got to be careful because people will, what they do is called pump and dump. And it's like, they'll all agree to do it, rise it up, and then sell it all at the same time. And then it drops the price back low again. But what they're doing there is just basically, it's like gang fishing, right. And they're just taking money from unsuspecting people. So you got to really be on top of it. I'm going to type it in the chat.
Yeah, no, but it's been really fascinating. And I do believe, it's a future. And so thank you for that too.
Yeah, no worries. It is the way we're going to transact in the future. I'm seeing like a really hard time for the next decade. I think that the 20s are like an echo. Like we have echoes of the past, and the Roaring 20s. It's kind of like there's that vibe right now. Everything's going really good, but it's not going to keep going that way, and it could get really difficult after that. So
exactly.
I hope everybody keeps their heads about them, and is putting away some food, seeds, things that will be helpful.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So, well, thank you all very much for the official fireside chat and for, bringing yourself and your attention here. We'll go into the actual meditation now, I think, if that's all right with everybody. Could somebody post in the Telegram chat and say, at everyone, we're doing the meditation? I'll do it, actually. At everyone, we are starting the meditation early. So jump on now if you want to. All right, cool. One moment. Bye, Fong. Have a good one. All right. So we're going to begin the PHIRE meditation now. And just for those of you who are new and who haven't done it, what we do is we'll ohm 2 times at a low ohm, that'll be like this, Om, and then we'll do 2 ohms at a high ohm, that'll be like this, Om. And the low ohm is where you're collecting your energy. If you're familiar with Qigong and you're pulling energy in from the earth, you're honoring your ancestors, honoring the grounds, honoring the land. And then the high ohm is you're expressing your spirit into the space around you and expressing that gratitude. And then after that, we'll do, I'm sorry, first, before any of that, we'll do just a relaxation visualization. And then from there, the ohms, and then after the ohms, we'll do a breathing exercise, which is 4 breaths cycling: in breath, pause, out breath, pause, in breath, pause, out breath, pause, and so on. And during that time, when you're breathing in, I would like you to picture a tornado of energy coming up from the earth into your spinal column, spiraling up your spine and your chakras. And then when you pause, become aware of the atoms and the molecules around you in the space that you're in. Become aware of the atoms and the molecules that comprise your body. Increase your awareness at that moment and the granularity of your awareness. And then when you exhale, imagine a water fountain spinning, coming out of the crown of your chakras, or the crown of your spine, where that tornado comes up, spins out and spirals down around you. And that energy is now coherent energy, meaning aligned with your body. And we all have an aura field or an electromagnetic field. And the idea here is that when you're releasing that energy and spiraling it around you, it's making the atoms and the molecules around you line up like an electromagnet or a magnet, iron filings on a magnet, so that your energy field is increasing in intensity. And this creates greater coherence, greater magnification, and that sort of magnetic personality that allows the world to bring to you what it is you're attracting and desiring. So we're first grounding, relaxing, giving thanks, energizing ourselves, organizing ourselves, and then we'll go on a increasing density journey visualization where we become more aware of the infinite power that we possess, and that wellspring of life force that we can use to create the world around us that we want to see happen. And again, that's, pretty much the whole reason for PHIRE, right? We want to create the world of our dreams. So you could find yourself in a relaxing position, whether it's lying down or sitting, just find yourself in a position of relaxation. And then as you begin to focus on my voice, also become aware of any tension, stress, or concerns that you have had or that you are carrying. And you're going to release those at this time. And we're going to do that by imagining a rose gold light shining down on us. And as it hits us, it's going to melt away any of the stress that we are carrying. And it's going to fill us up with golden light, awareness, consciousness, peace, healing, and balance. So imagine that rose gold light hitting the top of your crown and splashing all of your stress and concerns off you like melted coconut oil. And let those stresses just melt down you. You can even imagine the stream of the coconut oil just dripping down you. And as that rose gold light goes through your crown into your skull, just picture the top of your crown just totally relaxing. And as that rose gold light continues down within you, covers your third eye and your brain, just relax. Release any tension, release any stress, and let your body feel the warmth of love and consciousness as it drips through you and down. Now it's got your eyes, it's below your eyes and your cheeks, into your nasal cavities, into your nose, your ears. Just allow your face to relax. And as it comes further south onto your jaw and your teeth and your chin, your neck, throat chakra, just imagine complete relaxation in your whole head from your shoulders up, just filled with this rose gold, beautiful conscious light. And as that light continues down within you, covering your shoulders, trapezius muscles, your shoulder blades and your clavicles, just release any tension. Breathing comfortably and letting the tension and stress just melt off your body. And that rose gold light goes south further into your heart, to your chest. Allow your heart to relax in gratitude for this body that you have and this life that you lead. All of the journeys and the struggles and the learnings and the joy, like a wellspring of power and light within you. As the light continues down further to your solar plexus and your biceps, you're aware that you are, and that you are beautiful and powerful, with the innocent, heartfelt strivings of a child in the cosmos, learning and growing, expressing and being. Your whole upper body now is full of that rose gold relaxing light. And as the stress below you falls off like melted coconut oil, the light continues down further into your gut and your belly, your diaphragm, your intestines. Just relaxed, working effortlessly as your body was meant to. And as that light comes further south into your belly button, your creative center, you know that that which you desire and attract comes to you with ease and effortlessness. And your body is almost fully complete of this glowing light and coherence. As the light continues down further into your hips and your root chakra, you know that you are here, that you are safe. Imagine that light filling up your thighs and your knees and your calves, your ankles and your heels and your toes. Completely stressless with the last bits of concern dripping off you, forming a pool below you. You are above your problems. You are above your stresses. You are a radiant being full of light and awareness. Take a moment to be aware of that light within you, glowing, your body in perfect balance, your hearts and your minds in unison, your circulatory system, synapses in your brain, the lymph system, all working in perfect balance. Take a moment to be aware of the fact that you are glowing, that you are made of light, held together by intention, memory, ancestors. And be aware of the space around you, full of your memories and thoughts and feelings, and that light radiating from within touches all of that. Atoms entangled with atoms, through the formation of thought and feelings. We are going to bypass the ohms and go straight to the visualization of the energy incarnation into your system. We're going to breathe in and hold it and breathe out and hold it, visualizing the tornado coming up. And then in the pause, become aware of this light within you and the atoms around you and the greater coherence that you are made up of. And then when you exhale, that is going to increase as the light that you exhale, that you've drawn in from the earth and run through your system, creates greater coherence in the atoms around you. increasing your power, amplitude, and love. And we will begin. Inhale, spiraling the light up your conscious spine. Pause, hold it, hold it. And exhale the tornado of fountain light energy, increasing the coherence of the molecules and field of which you are comprised. And hold it. Inhale, drawing the energy up from the earth through the spinal column into a tornado of light through your center. Hold it. Become aware of the space around you. And exhale that fountain of light energy spiraling around you, creating dynamic and conscious coherence. Hold it. Aware of the atoms and molecules of which you are. Inhale and draw the earth energy up through your spinal column tornado. And hold it. Aware of the space around you. Exhale the tornado of light energy in the fountain around you, creating greater coherence in your atoms, and hold it. Aware of the space around you, drawing the energy up from the earth. Inhale, spiral it up your spine and hold it. Aware of the molecules that hold you together, and exhale and release that spiraling fountain of light, creating greater coherence in your magnetic field, and hold it. Inhale, hold it. Exhale and hold it. Still in the grand symphony of creation. Inhale and hold it, full of the energy of the world, and exhale and give thanks. As you inhale and exhale comfortably at your own pace, imagine that continuing, the drawing of the energy up from the center of the earth, organized, collecting within your power center, creating greater electromagnetic activity and power in you. And exhaling into that field of unified consciousness, organizing the possibilities of your life and organizing the probabilities of your growth. And as you focus on my voice, feel gratitude for those who have come before you, all of the ancestors of your lineage, whose lives were lived in struggle, and joy, and striving, love, coalescing their life force into the notes that comprise who you are. And that your song in creation is comprised of the notes and symphonies of all of those who have come before, so that you might be here now, carrying their dreams, their strivings, their love, their growth, that you may take that understanding and gnosis and grow it further and contribute your song to the grand symphony of creation, of which you are a part. We give thanks for our ancestors, and we give thanks for the earth beneath us, which has given us room to dwell, place to experience creation and dance in the symphony. We give thanks for all of the manifestations of form, the challenges and the opportunities for us to grow and develop beyond a simple being into a truly eternal soul of conscious awareness, uplifting and striving towards harmony and balance and beauty. We give thanks for our bodies, and we give thanks for this place and this time, perfectly suited for us to become that which we most desire. And as you are aware of your body and the glowing light holding all of the atoms together, the gnosis of your life comprised of the ancient symphonies of all of those who have come before you, Become aware that those atoms of which you are comprised are atoms from the star which you fly around. Those atoms are comprised of the earth of which you are made. The dust and clay, minerals, life forms, the flora and the fauna, which you consume and your ancestors have consumed, working together in a beautiful harmony, a beautiful song, earth. And as you are aware of those atoms holding yourself together, intention that is you, become aware of the atoms around you that have become in greater coherence through your breathing and your intention, holding the memories and thoughts and feelings of not only yourself, but those who you care about, the ancestors who've come before, and all of those whom you interact with. Become aware of the room that you are in, and the molecules in the air, the walls, the cushions, the seats, the floors, the paintings, all comprised of atoms and molecules that come from the same place, manifesting in form that holds you, that holds you, that holds you within its song. And as you are aware of the molecules in the air and the body that you are in, float up above yourself into the room, aware at an even deeper level of how well connected you are with all. As we increase our size and our magnification, float up through the ceiling to become aware of the building that you are in, whether it is a high-rise, a condo, a home, and its story, the song of its place that holds you and all that you have become throughout your life in this part of your journey. All of those molecules and atoms held together by intentions and dreams created by somebody who, like you, is journeying through this symphony. And as we increase our size and magnification, we become aware of the town around us, or the woods, or the community, or the neighborhood, and all the songs of the people there, who they themselves have ancestors who have all strived, who have all struggled, who have all loved, to create the songs of their lives, and to create the greater song of which you are a part, a note within the song of the town or the community of which you are a part. And as you increase your size and magnification, you become aware of the state that you are in, or the county, or the canton. Become aware of the hundreds of thousands of people who are around you, each with their own journeys, their own trajectories, their own stories, their own struggles, their own songs, comprised of the songs of their ancestors, of which you are a part. Take a moment to give thanks for that community, for that development in your space, in your life, in your journey. We are aware of the air above us and the atmosphere. We increase our size and our magnification until we see the state that we are in. All of the lives of all of the beings in that area, each with their own story and their own song, with a greater story that comprises your story of which you are a part. We increase our size and magnification to become aware of the nation below us. The oceans, the mountains, the clouds, we are above the clouds. We are aware of the spirits of life, the gardeners of this planet, who are here to help us grow and develop into beautiful souls. We increase our size and magnification until we encompass the entire earth below us. You can see the curvature, and we are at the upper edges of the atmosphere, where the angels dwell, who are looking down upon earth and caring and nurturing your souls, nurturing the souls of all of those beings who have come to find their story here in the symphony. Become aware of each other in this journey on together. Bright lights floating around, encircling the earth. Fellow souls, innocent, childlike, who come in a good way to bring beauty, balance, earnest, heartfelt strivings of innocence towards justice, towards love, towards compassion and empathy, towards an understanding that we are all one. And as we see each other, imagine lights, lines of lights like webs stretching between us, enveloping the earth in this glow, in this warmth, in this kindness, and this compassion. And together as a group, we now rise in magnification and distance until we see the moon with its story and its gnosis, full of billions of years of evolution and transformation. As we increase our size and our magnification, we become aware of the spheres around us, the other planets, each with their own histories, each with their own ancestries, each with their own species and consciousness, their own gnosis, billions of years of awareness, spiraling around the central sun in our solar system. A conscious living being comprised of billions of gnosis, billions of points of awareness, billions of souls, our ancestors, our future ancestors, our family in the solar system of soul. The entire solar system comprised of trillions of years of gnosis and spiraling, the songs of the planets and the star, sharing its atoms and molecules for others to become, to dance, to become aware, to play in the worlds. And as we increase our size and magnification, we see the whole solar system shrink to one point of light. And we become aware that around us is a sea of infinite points of light, trillions of stars, each with their own systems, each with their own spheres, each with their own species and points of awareness and gnosis. Trillions and trillions of years of knowledge and wisdom, love, harmony in the grand symphony of creation. As we increase our size and magnification, all of those lights come together and we find ourselves floating above the galactic plane. A big spiral of light and love and energy and gnosis, comprised of trillions of star systems, comprised of an infinitude of planets, an infinitude of beings, points of awareness. The knowledge and gnosis and logos of an entire solar system magnified by trillions into the galaxy that has its own central sun, through which all of the souls and all of the points of awareness and all of the planets have cycled. A spiraling record, the symphony of this galaxy, created by the notes of infinite beings and the history that reaches back eons. And as we increase our magnification and distance, we are aware of more galaxies around us, each comprised of an infinitude of beings and points of awareness, planets and stars, symphonies in their own right, infinite symphonies, all balanced in beauty and in harmony in the grand symphony of creation. As we continue increasing our size and magnification, all of those galaxies come together and coalesce into a pinprick of light. And we realize we are in an atom. And as we increase our size and magnification, we realize that atom is connected with other atoms. And those atoms, full of entire universes, create a molecule of information that is held together with intention and potency of awareness. And as we increase our size and magnification, we realize that molecule is comprised of other molecules, combined into cells that create organs in our body, each organ comprised of infinite molecules, comprised of infinite cells, comprised of infinite symphonies of creation, full of the gnosis and logos and understanding and compassion of infinite star systems, ancient ancestors, of which you are a part. The song of creation manifesting in you with the power of free will, destiny, and choice to determine what you will do with that infinite song and the power of the universe embedded within each of your atoms, held together by the gnosis of that which you are, the intention of your life force and your song, adding to the grand symphony of creation. And we have increased our understanding and density of all of that which we are comprised. And we find ourselves in our same room, in our same bodies, full of that infinite light, that rose gold light holding all of our atoms together, all of the universes of intention within us together, in harmony with those souls that we are on this journey together with, in a world that seeks us to be that light, to be that awareness, to be that infinite being of truth and justice, compassion and gnosis. And as we increase our light and it reflects out into the world, so too does the reflection come back to us of that which we seek: health, well-being, understanding, compassion, balance, patience, and the indwelling spirit of compassion and understanding that we are one with all that we survey. We share the infinite field of conscious awareness. We share the infinite field of logos and compassion. We are one. Enjoy this feeling. Embed this feeling into your atoms. Embed this experience into your emotions. Stay centered. Stay balanced. Be still. Slowly become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your eyes and your muscles and your fingers and your toes, your spine, arms, and space around you, and give thanks. Well, well, well. Welcome back to planet Earth. That was different for me. felt like a deeper sense of connection than I had in the past. It was like at the end when I did the be still, all of a sudden my whole body went vroom, and I felt like connected with each one of you. And I felt like there was this angelic presence there as well. It just felt good. Felt really good. Would anybody like to share what they experienced? Yeah, go ahead, Natasha.
Yeah, it was different for me too. It was a lot more emotional.
Yeah.
I had slight tears flowing the whole time. It felt more expansive.
Yeah.
Connected.
Yeah. That same. It was like a different order of things. Like we didn't do the oming, which was fine. I just felt like this. I almost felt like it was
peaceful.
Yeah, and like guided by something deeper. Like I didn't even know what I was going to be saying.
That's the best kind of meditation. Whenever I'm doing a guided thing, I'm not thinking, because that's, in my opinion, logic or like linear whatever. It ruins it. Just kind of in the moment, whatever pops into your head. Therefore, you're being guided.
Yeah, it's like fully present now. There's no thinking involved.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. Is there anybody else who wants to share their experience of that, or something that they saw or felt? Anybody else want to share? Well, thanks, Natasha. Did anybody have anything unique or poignant that happened to them in during that meditation that they felt that everybody else would benefit from hearing?
I really am not into meditation. I just don't have time to stop and focus. It's very busy on my end.
Yeah.
This was really nice. I didn't really get into it because I have a kid at home and it wasn't, but now that I know what it is, and I think it's a wonderful thing, and I will definitely join you on the next one.
Awesome.
And make sure I'm alone.
My kids are right over there playing Legos, and I was like hoping that they didn't make any noises while we were doing it. And they did really well.
Oh yeah. No, my kid made noises.
Yeah.
She was actually throwing up. So I'm like, okay, I can't really focus.
Yeah, of course not. She all right?
Yeah, I picked her up from school. So I don't know, something might be going around besides.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for this, and I will definitely join you next time, and I will make sure to be isolated.
Yeah,
from the world.
You're coming down for the launch party, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna come Friday, and we'll drive back to Daytona on Monday.
That sounds great. Can't wait to meet you in person, Christina. Thanks
You
for sharing.
too. Bye.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share anything about the meditation before we all bounce?
I do.
Yes, please.
I just shared my first meditation in a group on Facebook called Spiritual Corner, and it was a light bath, very similar to yours. And I just put the link in the chat, and I was just like smiling so hard. I'm like, oh my God, this is like the male version of my journey. And then I fell asleep, and it was super cool because I was like in the beginning of mine, I was telling people it's okay if you fall asleep. That means your consciousness is out of the way and the work can really get done. That was super cool. Thank you. That was a beautiful experience.
Oh, thank you so much, Doris. I appreciate you sharing. Thank
really
you.
cool.
That sounds really cool. You can post that in the Telegram, the chat that you do on Facebook. That'd be awesome.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? And if not, Brian, you said definitely refreshing. I still need to find a quiet place at work. Back to being productive. Same here, my dude. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I really don't look forward to doing this when it's like time. It's like, oh, I've got all this other stuff to do. But then when I do it, I'm like, oh, thank God I did it. It's like now I can handle all this stuff in the week. So thank you for sharing this time with me and being here. And to all the folks who are, looking on in the future. It's a trying time in human civilization and human history right now. A lot of uncertainty. And this is a group of people who want to see a better world and who are dedicated to doing that. And that's where PHIRE has come from. The earnest, heartfelt strivings of good human beings who are caring and compassionate and want to see a better world. So I hope we've done it, and that you're watching this 100 years from now and saying, thank God you guys did that. So with that, I guess we'll sign off, and